You know that feeling, right? When someone is a huge part of your life one day, and then the next, they're just gone. No warning, no goodbye. It's one of the most painful and confusing things we go through. But today, we're going to look at it from a completely different angle. An angle of wisdom and maybe even protection.
Okay, so let's just get real for a second. Before we get into the wisdom part, we have to acknowledge the pain. That initial shock, that raw feeling when someone just vanishes from your life, it is so real and it is incredibly tough.
I mean, think about it. You get used to them. You expect their texts, you know exactly how they take their coffee. They're just part of your routine. They are woven into the very fabric of your day-to-day life. This comforting presence you just assume will always be there.
And then, suddenly, there's nothing. Just silence. And that switch from a person to a memory is just so jarring. It's like an echo in a room that used to be full of sound.
And of course, this is the question that just haunts you, isn't it? It circles in your mind over and over. Why? You're searching for a reason, for some kind of logic to make it make sense, and it feels relentless. So why does it hurt so much? Well, when you break it down, it's pretty simple. You were attached. You didn't just care about them, you built a whole vision of the future that had them in it. You had this deep down belief, this real assumption that they were going to stick around.
But what if we've been looking at this pain all wrong? What if we could just shift our lens for a moment and move from our very human point of view to one that's, well, a bit more divine?
And this is really the heart of it all. From where you're standing, it feels like a painful, terrible loss. But what if, from a higher vantage point, that exact same event is actually a shield, a form of necessary protection? This verse from the Quran is basically the key to unlocking this whole perspective. It's telling us that our feelings, what we love, what we hate, don't always line up with what's actually good or bad for us in the long run. There's a bigger picture, a greater knowledge that we just can't see. So think about it this way. While you are feeling all this pain from the separation, it is entirely possible that this was an act of mercy. A mercy based on knowledge that you simply don't have access to. Knowledge about their true character, their future, or the damage they would have eventually caused in your life. Let's dig into that a little deeper. What does that protection even look like? I mean, what are these unseen harms that a separation like this might actually be preventing? Seriously, think about the possibilities. Maybe this departure saved you from discovering a hidden side of their character. Or maybe it protected you from a negative turn their life was about to take. It could have removed a huge distraction from your true purpose, or even saved you from a much deeper heartbreak further down the road. And please, if you take away one thing, let it be this. Their leaving is not a reflection of your worth. It has nothing to do with you not being good enough. It's simply a statement that they were not the right fit for your story, for your ultimate good. You know, this brings up something we all get confused about, the difference between real love and simple attachment. Sometimes we cling to something not because it's good for us, but just because it's familiar. We hold on tight, even if that familiar thing is slowly, quietly breaking us down. So you can almost picture it like this, as a process of pure mercy. First, a future heartbreak is seen. Second, the coming chaos and disturbance to your peace is known. And third, an intervention happens early, to remove it from your path and spare you from something so much worse. So when you start to see it that way, as a mercy, it leads to a really powerful piece of advice. If a door has been divinely closed for you, a door that was leading to some kind of unseen harm, you have to trust that it was closed for a reason. Don't fight to pry it back open. It's a tough question, but one you have to ask yourself. By holding on, by trying to bring back what was taken away, are you actually just postponing your own healing? Are you delaying the very peace that's waiting for you? Now, this isn't just about avoiding something bad. It's also about clearing the way for something good, something better. And that brings us to our final and most hopeful part of this whole thing. This is just such a beautiful way to look at it, isn't it? That an ending isn't just an ending. It's creating a space. Your hands are being emptied. Not to stay empty, but so they can be filled with something so much better, something more aligned with who you're meant to be. And here is the beautiful promise that goes with it. When you lean into this, when you trust the process, even when it's painful, that trust is enough. Relying on a plan that's bigger than yours is a strength all on its own. So how do you know what's better when it comes along? Well, think of this as a quick test. The wrong connection, it leaves you confused,
always guessing, and it breaks your inner peace. But the right connection, the one that's being prepared for you, it's going to be clear, respectful, and above all, it will protect your peace.
And that, right there, is the ultimate aha moment that's waiting for you. One day, the right person or situation will enter your life, and the past will suddenly click into place. You'll look back at this painful time and you won't see loss anymore. You'll see it for what it truly was, a profound and loving act of mercy.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. What if this pain, this ending that feels so final, isn't actually a period at the end of a sentence? What if it's just a comma, just a little pause, a breath, getting you ready for the next, most beautiful chapter of your life?